All right, welcome back to episode 3. Now, where we left things off, we had finished most of the chipboard flooring. So this week on the agenda, we're just going to finish off those last bits and pieces, a bit of a step to finish, some shower bases to drop in so that we can put a screed in and then have a nice shower base with no step. So we've got a frame out for them. And once that's done on Tuesday, I reckon Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we'll be prepping the roof and basically just tackling that whole task. We'll be demolishing what we have to demolish, putting the beams up if we need to put any beams up, roof sheets off, trusses up, and then roof sheets back on. So it sounds simple, but it's probably going to be a bit more complicated. But we want to hit it hard so that the inside of the house isn't exposed to the weather for too long. So we really want to get that done quickly. So that's then on the agenda for this week. A few other bits and pieces. So hope you enjoy, and yeah, we'll get stuck into it. Can I get a hand in here?
Now we're going to have to go that way. Push it forward. Fire this side as quick as me. Good. Fire up. Good. Come back to you, Whisker. Yep. Go up. Yep. You're in.
Alright, just while I have the chance to explain how a shower base works, we're not too far into it. So this morning, someone else has put the chipboard down, which is good for progress, but bad for me being able to show you what's going on. But anyway, normally the floor structure, if you remember from the kitchen, the timbers are much smaller than that. They're more like this size, a 90 by 45. This is a 190 by 45. I've chopped out some of the floor structure and I've sat this beam on the bearers, which you can't see. Same as that one. That's sitting on the bearer, and this shorter piece is basically just a really big noggin or a joist or a bearer. It's all one and the same when it's that size. So now that these are a much wider piece of timber, we can nail some 90 by 45 lower down, right the way around, which you'll see later. And then by the time we put chipboard and everything else on it, we'll have a recess to fill back up later with a screed. Now the whole point of that screed is that we can get fall towards the drain, and then by the time we're done and tiled, there'll be no step into the shower, but the shower will still have appropriate drainage. So that's why we're going to this effort now, so that when the shower is finished, it's all going to be nice and flush, and yeah, really well finished. Alright, so we've got our joists in at a lower height, and it's very important that we minimise all of the movement in the wet areas, especially the shower base. So that's what this triple grip is for, and joist hangers. We use triple grips where we can't use a joist hanger, and a joist hanger where you can. Batten screws are also acceptable instead of these. But these are better, and I don't have access for a batten screw from behind. So this is our joist hanger. That just sits underneath, and you put some nails in the side. If you don't think that's gonna hold, I dare you to try and remove one of these. They're so hard to pull out. They're definitely worth installing. Frame. We've got our joists pretty much taking most of the weight, and some blocks to support the edges of the chipboard once it goes in, and some noggins. Same thing, these noggins are offset so that there's room for the drain, which is yet to be installed. So that's basically it. Might seem like a lot of overkill using all these nails and batten screws and brackets and joist hangers, but that's kind of the idea. You really don't want any movement in here. You don't want the screed to crack, because movement and cracks means leaks, and that's the last thing you want in your bathroom. So we'll cut the chipboard in. We won't nail it down so that the plumber can still do his thing, and that'll be that for the framing of the shower bay. Alright, as you can see, it's getting a bit dark, and we've wrapped up this week. Now we've finished flooring, we finished the roof, and we've even got all these beams in position. We just had that many people here, we could afford to do that at the same time as the roof. So that's all done. Next week is going to be plastering is going to start happening. Sparkies are going to be here. Heating and cooling blokes are going to be here. So it's still going to be a fair bit of chaos, but some good progress will be made. We're looking at starting the whole tiling process in a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. So a lot of things are going to happen, and the plastering is going to go a long way to making this house look a lot more like a house than a construction site. So keen to see that. And yeah, we'll be back next week just to keep the ball rolling. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.